Datums and coordinate systems are complicated topics in GIS, but they form the basis for how GIS can store, analyze, and display data. That's why it's important to learn about them when you're learning about GIS. In this video, we build upon the information about measuring the Earth and discuss coordinate systems. Coordinate systems are the grids used to determine a location on a map. They are usually based on the data or reference services you are using. There are two types of coordinate systems typically used in GIS: a global or spherical coordinate system and a projected coordinate system. A global or spherical coordinate system is based on latitude and longitude. In the diagram, there are some famous latitude and longitude lines that you might recognize. A famous line of latitude is the equator, which runs at 0 degrees latitude. A famous line of longitude is the prime meridian, which runs through Greenwich, England, and has a longitude of 0 degrees. A projected coordinate system uses the map projection to define how positions on the Earth are transformed onto a paper map. We'll talk more about projected coordinate systems in the next video in the Week 4 series. A Cartesian coordinate system is one that assigns two coordinates, a latitude and longitude, to every point on a flat surface. With a Cartesian coordinate system, you'll have an assigned origin of 0, 0. Points can have both positive and negative. This might introduce the need for a false easting and/or a false northing. Well, if we look at the diagram, we can see point number 1 has an x and y that are both positive. X has a value of 20 and y has a value of 10. If we look at point number 2, we can see that it has an xy of negative 20 and negative 10. Negative 20 is the x value and negative 10 is the y value. It is at this location where false easting and a false northing may be created to ensure that all coordinate values are positive. Latitude and longitude represent one of the most basic coordinate systems and forms the basis of the Earth's only global coordinate system. Lines of latitude run east-west and measure degrees north and south of the equator. The equator is 0 degrees, the North Pole is 90 degrees. Lines of longitude run north to south and measure degrees east or west of the prime meridian, which measures 0. The coordinates for a location will change depending on the datum and spheroid on which those coordinates are based, even if using the same map projection and projection parameters. For example, here are the geographic coordinates for the city of Bellingham, Washington, using 3 different datums. As you can see, a datum is important.